Hi there, this is Sanket here and welcome to the Tech Content. So in today's lecture, we will learn about ANSYS Space Claim. ANSYS bought up Space Claim few years ago. Back in the days, people were using Design Modeler. But time for Design Modeler has been gone and ANSYS pushing Space Claim up. Let me tell you, Space Claim is a 3D modeling feature given by ANSYS. It's very user friendly and nowadays, many people are using ANSYS Space Claim. So let's begin. Simply click on Workbench. It will take some time. Just wait for that. Now, when ANSYS is opened, we will simply import one analysis system. I'll import static structural. Simply drag and drop it here. Now, we will keep engineering data as it is and we will simply go to geometry. Just right click on that and you can see there are three options. One is new Space Claim geometry, second one is design modeler, and third one is import geometry. In import geometry, you can simply import the existing geometry which you made in CATIA, Creo or any other software. Most of the time when you are working in industry, you simply import geometry which is already created in CATIA or any 3D CAD modeling software. Next one is design modeler. Back in the days, people were using design modeler. Nowadays, people are using Space Claim. So today we will learn this Space Claim. Simply click on that. Now it will take some time to open. Now when you open Space Claim, you can see window like this. You can see at upper side here is toolbar. Here is our main working area. You can see here our sketching plane, axis system. Okay, firstly I'll tell you mouse controls like navigation tools. So to rotate your model or drawing, you can simply use middle button and you can rotate it like this. For panning or moving, just press Ctrl and move it. Now for zoom in and zoom out, you can use scroll wheel like this. Now by default, our sketching plane is XZ. You can change it. Suppose you want to take sketching plane as XY. You can simply click on axis which is perpendicular to this, that is Z direction. Then here, select new sketch plane. Just click on that and click anywhere. Now the sketching plane is changed. Now it's XY. So here you can see some options: line, rectangle, circle, curves, arcs, splines. So I'll simply tell you how this works. Firstly, line. Simply click starting point and you can choose your ending point. Like suppose enter length 40, and now you want to give angle to this line, and to change from one dimension to another dimension you can simply enter tab. Now you can give angle and give 130, enter. That's it. To get out of tool selection, simply press escape. Now next one is rectangle. You can simply create rectangle. You can give one dimension like 20, and to switch in between dimensions, press tab. I'll give 40. That's it. You can also draw rectangle from center. Just click here, define rectangle from center, and then again draw it like this. Now circle. For circle, simply click for center point and give radius or diameter. That's it. Now if you want to create circle at any other point, you can select circle, then Cartesian dimension, and then firstly choose any reference point. Like suppose I choose this, and then give dimensions according to that point. If you want circle center at -14 in x direction and 7 mm in Z direction. You can choose like this, simply click and give diameter. That's it. Here are some other options like for tangent arc. For that you just need to keep starting point and you can draw tangent. You can see here tangency has been maintained. Now this is arc. These are the basic options. You can create like this. You can enter diameter and arc, like how much degrees you want. Next important is polygon. For polygon, you can simply select center point and just give dimensions. Now here you need to give 3 inputs. First one is angle. You can see here it's 30 degree. Second one is diameter and third one is number of sides. If you want pentagon, you can enter number of sides 5. If you want octagon, you can enter 8 or whichever you want. I'll keep it here. I'll enter just diameter 70 and enter like this. Now another option is giving fillets, means create rounded corners. For that you can simply select 2 lines and give diameter for that. That's it. And after that, now for trimming or cutting extra edges, you can simply select this option, trimmer, and you can select the curve which you want to edit like this. It's as simple as that. Now I'll show you how to create 3D model from 2D drawings. So firstly, I'll delete this. For deleting this, you can select all and simply press delete. Now suppose I'll draw one rectangle. I'll draw it from center. Okay, then I'll draw one circle. Okay, from here. Okay, I'll keep this. Now I'll trim this extra. Okay, now to create a 3D model, you can use pull option. Simply click on pull, then select the area. Like I want to pull this area, select, and then pull it in a direction which you want and give its height. Enter like this. Or if you want to give fillets, you can simply click on edges and then this bar will pop up and select around, and you can simply drag and then you can enter radius. That's it. Okay. Now if you want to remove particular area, pocket operation, you can simply create any shape. Just click on the surface, then draw. Now you can use pull, select this area. If you want to add, simply move it to upside. If you want to remove, move it to downside. It's as simple as that. That's it. When you select any command, and you don't know what to do, you can simply look here. Like if you want to use pull command, you can simply watch instructions here. What they are saying, select and drag a face to offset it. Select and drag an edge to round it. That's it. You can also pull multiple areas. Just select multiple areas using control button and then you can pull it. Now we will see how to use pattern command. For that, we'll simply make one geometry. select and pull. That's it. Now I'll create one circle at this face. Okay, here. Diameter 3. Now I'll pull this, select and pull this downward. Now, firstly, we will learn linear pattern. For that, simply click here, then just follow commands. Select objects to create the linear pattern. Now, I want pattern of this object. We'll simply select, then select a linear edge, curve or an axis to set X direction of the pattern. So I'll select this. Now here you can control count and distance in between this pattern. If you want 3, add a distance of 5 mm. You can see it's created in X direction. If you want pattern to be in both direction, you can click here, 2-dimensional. And again you can enter here, count 3 and pitch of 5 mm. It's created in this manner. You can increase number of count like this. In Y direction it's exceeding, so we'll reduce one. That's it, and simply click on OK. We'll create pattern like this. Now we'll see about circular pattern. For that, we'll create one circular object. We'll pull this, say 5 mm. Then again, I'll create one circle here on this face. Let's say 2 mm, enter. And then I'll remove this. Select and downward direction it will remove. Now select circular pattern command, then select object and then select axis about which you want to make a pattern. I want to make pattern about Z axis. So it will simply create pattern about this axis. Here you can change circular count. If you want 6, you can enter 6, and you can also change degrees. If you want this pattern to be applied in 180 degrees, simply that's it. Now, when you want to do analysis of beams, and you know that beam has various cross sections. So now I'll show you how to assign cross sections to beam. Now, I'll draw beam in 4 parts. Suppose you have beam like this. First part is of 15 mm. The second part is of 15 mm. Now, I'll mirror these 2 parts to this side. For mirroring, I'll use construction line firstly. Just create a construction line, then use a mirror. Then as I said, just look for instructions, like it's saying select mirroring plane. You can select this line, then select body to be mirrored, this and this. You can see here 2 lines have been created. That's it. Now we have created this beam in 4 parts. Now we will assign profile to this beam. For that, simply go to prepare and click on profiles. Now here you can see various kind of profiles. So I'll select circular one. Just select, then go to tree and click on circle, then right click on circle and edit beam profile. Here just go to groups, then ruler dimension, and here on 10 mm. You can change dimension here. Suppose you want to set it to 12, simply enter 12 and press enter. That's it. Then again you can go to design tab here at bottom. Here. And go to design. Here again we select structure to see our tree. Now we can see that the beam profile has been created. But as of now this profile has not been assigned to these 4 parts. So now we will assign this beam profile to these parts. These all lines. For that simply go to prepare and create. Then select this option. Then we'll select this all 4 parts. This. Now you can see that in our beam there are 4 circular profiles like for each one. Now we need to connect these 4 parts together. It means simply we will share topologies, get out of the command, then go to workbench, then share. Now it will automatically select the points where these 4 lines are joined, like this point and this point. Simply click OK. Now shed 3 vertices. Now it's one body with circular cross section. That's how you can create beam profile while doing beam analysis. So that's it. So that's all for today's lecture. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, do subscribe our channel and also press bell icon to get update of my each video.